Now, there's nothing like a local yarn to keep a community together. Last November, we met David Lewis, founder of one of the region's newest media outlets, the Glen Innes News, on the eve of its launch. Since then, the first print edition has rolled off the press, and I'm delighted to welcome back Glen Innes News president and editor David Lewis. Hello.
Hi, Tash. It feels like we only spoke yesterday.
I know. I was thinking that the other day. I remember saying to you, I'd like to catch up once it gets going and making sure that it's all going ahead. The first print edition hit the streets in mid-January, and you're just about to go to print with the fourth edition. What's the community response been like, Dave?
Look, Tash, honestly, incredible is the word, and that's probably a word we use too often for some things, but it's the best I can think of. It's just been amazing.
I reckon probably overwhelming too. It's a nice feeling of being overwhelmed.
Certainly that. I mean, an example of overwhelming, I think, would be from issue one. We were fairly conservative with the numbers that we printed initially, expecting that we'd have to do an extra print run. What we didn't expect was that we'd have to do an extra print run an hour after we hit the street.
Oh, that's fantastic news.
I actually remember calling one of our team at that when we found out that we needed to do that and saying, look, I've always been fairly confident that we're on the right track, but I really think we're onto something here.
Yeah. Look, a community likes their local news. That's what we love so much about our local ABC, or, as you say, your local newspaper. It's great. So how have you found that people are getting involved and interacting with the paper? Are you having to scrounge around, or are people coming to you in droves?
Look, a bit of both, I suppose. As far as the community news goes, not an hour goes by where the email notification isn't going off with someone telling us something that's going on or something that their community group is doing or an event that's coming up. But of course, we go out there hunting for the news as well. We're at, viewing council meetings and all the really thrilling stuff that comes with covering local news. But yeah, no, it really is fantastic. People want their stories told. And so they are. They're coming to us, and we're helping them do that. And it's just working incredibly well.
Now, we have been talking about caricaturists in newspapers and cartoons. Have you got a local artist who's providing a local cartoon or a fun page or something?
No, we don't actually, no. And I would love to have one.
Wouldn't it be good?
Look, that'd be brilliant. And I guess the question would be, who would they first caricature?
Oh, it could be the local mayor, perhaps. But that could be a great opportunity for even, say, like a young HSC artist or a high schooler or someone who loves to dabble in cartoonery. I'm just putting it out there. Don't
put it out there. Put it out there. Get in touch. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, well, they can get in if you're a budding artist and think you could do a good caricature for the day for David's Glen Innes News, then get in touch with them, because it's good fun, those old-fashioned cartoons and statements of the day. I think they can put so much, as we were saying earlier, in a eyebrow raise or an exclamation mark above the head, David. It could be an extra thing to add to your already probably full workload.
No, not at all. Well, no, less workload if someone else is going to be helping us provide some content that the community loves. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
And as you know, Tash, Glen Innes News is we call it hyper-local, I guess is the buzz term at the moment. So, yeah, to have someone local who can produce locally relevant cartoons like that, what a great outcome that would be.
Well,
I love your idea.
Thank you. Am I hired? Could be a conflict of interest there. But and local storytelling, it's important to me, being a presenter here. And I guess as the president and the editor of a local newspaper, why is it so important to you, David Lewis?
Well, at the end of the day, regardless of what my job is at Glen Innes News, I'm a member of the community as well as everyone else. So it's important to me because I want to be connected to my community, and so does everyone else. And that's one of the beautiful things about living in regional New South Wales or regional Australia, is that we have such a strong sense of community, and news coverage about what the community's doing, our successes, our challenges, all of that contributes to that feeling of connection with each other.
I mean, you're probably like me. I feel so privileged, whether it's talking to the likes of you or even our shout-out segments where we get to see what's going on in the community. It's such a privilege to be able to chat to people every Saturday and get that news. And also, it's being printed in Guyra, another local community, home of another community paper. Is there a good support network between community newspapers as a whole? Like, are you able to support each other?
Oh, look, I mean, certainly there's so many of us, Tash. It's almost challenging it's impossible to be in touch with every single one. I mean, we're members of the Local and Independent News Association, which is a peak body for publications like ours in Australia. And I think the last I heard they had over 100 members. But certainly on a local level, yeah, I mean, we have a great working relationship with the team down at the Guyra Gazette. As you've mentioned, they help us with our printing needs down there as well. And a perfect example of that is what I mentioned earlier, is having to very quickly and at very short notice give them a call and say, look, can we have a few 100 extra copies, please? We're running low already, and it's never a problem. The answer is always, yep, no problem. You know, just duck down the highway. It's only about half an hour away. Duck down the highway and come and see us this afternoon. We'll have them ready for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Which is wonderful.
Where can we get our hands on the next edition?
The short answer is everywhere.
Oh, I like that short answer.
I think at last count we had 42 different spots around the region here that you can pick up a copy. You can certainly pick them up from the news agency here in Glen Innes. But look, they're in cafes, they're in the library, they're in a number of retail outlets. Keep your eyes open while you're out doing your shopping, and you will see a copy.
Fantastic. And the online version as well is worldwide, David.
Of course it is. I did tell you everywhere.
You did. Well, maybe towards the end of the year we'll see how you're going. And if you get a cartoonist or a caricaturist on